Welcome back to Tell Me More Stories Told as podcast.
Huh.
We're going on a deep dive today
Okay.
into something that you probably use every day
Yeah.
without even thinking about it.
Right.
The rubber band.
Oh yeah, the rubber band.
Yeah.
Such a simple invention, but
Right.
such a profound impact on the world.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
We are going to unravel
Okay.
the history of the rubber band.
The history.
Yeah, and explore the science behind how stretchy it is.
Okay.
And discover some unexpected ways
Okay.
it's used
Interesting.
beyond just holding things together.
Uh-huh.
So buckle up.
Okay.
This is going to be a fascinating ride.
I think what's so intriguing is how something so
Yeah.
commonplace as a rubber band
Right.
can have such a rich and complex story.
Let's start with its invention.
Okay.
Did you know the rubber band was patented
Oh, wow.
all the way back in 1845 by Stephen Perry?
1845.
That's over 175 years ago.
That's a long time ago.
I know, it's amazing to think
Yeah.
that his simple innovation,
Right.
using vulcanized rubber
Uh-huh.
to create these stretchy loops,
Yeah.
revolutionized the way we bundle and organize things.
It's really quite remarkable.
Yeah,
It
when you
is.
think about it.
It's incredible how such a small invention
Yeah.
can have such a lasting impact.
Yeah.
But the story doesn't end there.
Okay.
So fast forward to 1923,
Right.
we meet William H. Spencer,
Okay.
a true marketing genius.
A marketing genius.
He came up with this brilliant idea
Okay.
of using rubber bands
Uh-huh.
to keep newspapers from blowing away.
To keep newspapers from blowing away.
His simple tactic
Interesting.
not only launched the Alliance Rubber Company,
An Alliance Rubber Company.
but it also introduced the world
Wow.
to a whole new range of applications for the rubber band.
So before that,
Yeah.
I guess people weren't really using them that much.
You know, it makes you wonder.
Why it took so long for rubber bands to catch on.
Right.
I mean, the concept is so simple
Yeah.
and useful.
Well, you have to think about the context.
Okay.
Before Spencer's marketing campaign, rubber bands were seen as
Yeah.
an industrial tool.
Right.
It took someone with vision
Uh-huh.
to see their potential in everyday life.
It's a good reminder
Yeah.
that even the most brilliant inventions need someone
Right.
to champion them
Yeah.
and show the world their value.
That's a good point.
Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty.
Okay.
How are rubber bands actually made?
How are they made?
Is there some secret
I don't know.
rubber band factory
Very.
churning these things out?
Yeah, like a.
Why? Yeah.
It's more ingenious than you might think.
Okay.
But there's no secret factory premise.
Okay.
It all starts
Okay.
with the sap from rubber trees called latex.
So, like,
Oh,
you can picture those long, skinny balloons clowns use
Right.
to make animal shapes. Kind of like that.
Exactly.
But instead of being filled with air,
Right.
these tubes are solid rubber.
Solid rubber.
These tubes
Okay.
are then cured with heat
Okay.
and sliced across their width.
Across the width.
And voila,
Voila.
each slice becomes a rubber band.
That's so cool.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So simple,
Agree.
yet so effective.
Yeah.
Speaking of effective,
Okay.
let's talk about the science behind that iconic stretchiness.
Oh, the magic of rubber elasticity.
Yeah.
What's truly fascinating is that rubber bands behave differently than most materials when it comes to temperature.
You're telling me, I
Yeah.
remember learning in science class
Uh-huh.
that they actually heat up
Yeah.
when you stretch them
Right.
and cool down when they relax.
That always blew my mind.
It blew my mind too.
It all boils down to a concept called entropy.
Entropy.
In simple terms,
Okay.
entropy is a measure of disorder.
Disorder.
When you stretch a rubber band, its molecules become more ordered,
Ordered.
which decreases entropy
Okay.
and releases heat.
Releases heat.
And when it relaxes,
Okay.
the molecules go back
Yeah.
to a more disordered state,
Right.
increasing entropy and absorbing heat.
So it's like
Yeah.
organizing a messy room,
That's a great analogy.
putting everything in its place,
Uh-huh.
takes energy
Yeah.
and generates a bit of heat.
Right.
But letting things get messy again
Yeah.
happens naturally.
It highlights how rubber bands are constantly interacting
Mhm.
with their environment, exchanging heat and energy
Okay.
as they stretch and contract.
It's amazing to think about
Yeah.
all the complex science
Mm-hmm.
happening in such a simple object.
It really is.
And speaking of complexity,
Okay.
there's a whole world of rubber band sizes out there.
There is.
Can you shed some light on that mysterious numbering system?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Those numbers aren't random.
Okay.
They represent the width and length of the band.
Okay.
not just the overall size.
Okay.
Lower numbers indicate thinner and shorter bands,
Got it.
while higher numbers indicate thicker and longer ones.
So a size 16 rubber
Mm.
band
Right.
is going to be much smaller
Yeah.
than a size 64, for example.
There's a secret language
Yeah.
for stationary enthusiasts.
And the diversity of sizes
Right.
reflects the incredible versatility of rubber bands.
You've got tiny ones
Yeah.
for braiding hair,
Oh, yeah.
medium ones for holding papers together,
Right.
and then those massive heavy-duty ones
Well,
that look
yeah.
like they could tow a truck.
It's easy to get stuck thinking about rubber bands
Yeah.
just in the context of office supplies,
Uh-huh.
but there's so much more than that.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what we're going to explore.
Okay.
After a quick reminder
Okay.
to our listeners,
Yeah.
if you're loving this deep dive into the world of rubber bands,
Uh-huh.
hit that subscribe button.
Subscribe.
You won't want to miss out on future episodes
Okay.
where we unravel the hidden stories of everyday objects.
I can't wait to delve into
Yeah,
some of the more unexpected uses of rubber bands.
I know, me too.
They truly are found in the most surprising places.
They are.
Yeah. So let's start with something you might not expect.
Okay.
Rubber bands in healthcare.
In healthcare.
They're actually a vital tool in orthodontics,
Really?
helping to straighten teeth.
I always thought braces were all about those metal wires and brackets.
Right.
How do rubber bands fit in?
Well, those little rubber bands, often called elastics,
Okay.
are attached to different parts of the braces
Uh-huh.
to apply targeted pressure on specific teeth.
Okay.
They help to guide teeth into proper alignment over time.
Oh, so they're like tiny little assistants
Yeah.
working alongside the braces to create that perfect smile.
Exactly.
It's incredible how such a simple object
Yeah.
can play such a crucial role
Yeah.
in something as complex as orthodontics.
And their uses in healthcare go beyond just teeth. You'll also find rubber bands used for things like securing bandages, holding IV lines in place,
Yeah.
and even in some surgical procedures.
The versatility of rubber bands never ceases to amaze me.
It's true.
But
Yeah.
are there any instances where using rubber bands might be
Yeah.
not ideal?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Like any tool, rubber bands have their limitations.
Okay.
Prolonged use of rubber bands,
Right.
especially those made from natural latex, can sometimes cause skin irritation
Okay.
or allergic reactions in some people.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a good reminder that even seemingly harmless everyday objects
Right.
can have potential downsides.
Absolutely.
But let's shift gears
Okay.
from the medical world
Right.
to something a little more adventurous.
Yes. We can't talk about rubber bands
Yeah.
without mentioning their role
Okay.
in the world of outdoor enthusiasts and survivalists.
Okay. This is where I imagine things getting really interesting.
Yeah.
Tell me more about how rubber bands are used
Okay.
in those contexts.
Have you ever heard of ranger bands?
Ranger bands.
Yeah.
It sounds like something straight out of a survival guide.
They are.
Like-
Ranger bands are essentially sections of tire inner tubes
Okay.
cut into various sizes and used for an incredible array of tasks.
Wow.
They're super strong, durable,
Okay.
and weather resistant,
Yeah.
making them ideal for lashing gear together,
Yeah.
creating makeshift handles or slings,
Okay.
and even repairing equipment in a pinch.
It sounds like they're the ultimate multi-tool
Yeah.
for outdoor enthusiasts.
And they have a fascinating history, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, their origins can be traced back to the U.S. Army Rangers,
Wow.
who started using them during World War II.
So from battlefields to backcountry trails,
Right.
Ranger bands have truly proven their worth.
Absolutely. And they're closely related
Yeah.
to another type of specialized rubber band,
Okay.
Snoopy Loops.
Snoopy Loops. That's a name that definitely sparks curiosity.
It is.
How are they different from Ranger bands?
Well, there's essentially the same thing.
Okay.
Sections of tire inner tubes cut into loops,
Got it.
but they've got a unique history within the caving and diving communities.
Interesting.
The name Snoopy Loops is shrouded in a bit of mystery,
Yeah.
but one theory suggests it comes from their tendency
Okay.
to snoop around boulders in caves,
So they're like
getting caught and holding things in place.
little explorers sniffing out those hard-to-reach spots.
Yeah.
I love that imagery.
Cavers and divers use them for a variety of tasks,
Okay.
from securing equipment,
Uh-huh.
sealing suits,
Wow.
and even providing makeshift first aid.
It's incredible.
Their durability and strength
Yeah.
make them essential tools in these often challenging environments.
how resourceful people can be,
Yeah.
finding new and innovative ways
Right.
to use something as simple as a rubber band.
We have to acknowledge that even with incredibly useful tools like Snoopy loops,
Yeah.
it's important to use them responsibly.
Um,
Unfortunately, they sometimes end up as litter in caves,
Oh,
which can have a negative impact on the delicate ecosystems there.
it's a good reminder that with any outdoor activity,
Yeah.
we need to be mindful of our impact on the environment.
Absolutely. Leave no trace.
Exactly.
But speaking of leaving a mark,
Okay.
let's talk about a more lighthearted use of rubber bands.
Right.
Creating those giant rubber band balls.
Oh, yes.
You mentioned earlier,
Yep.
there's a world record for the largest one.
What can you tell me about it? It's truly amazing what people can achieve
I know, right?
with a little determination
Yeah.
and a whole lot of rubber bands.
There's so many rubber bands.
So before we dive into that world record,
Yeah.
I'm curious about the appeal of building these giant rubber band balls.
Yeah.
What drives people to dedicate so much time and effort to this quirky hobby?
Well, I think it's a combination of factors. Okay. You know, there's the satisfaction of creating something tangible and impressive, of course. But there's also a certain meditative quality to the process,
Right.
the repetitive act
Yeah.
of adding rubber bands one by one
Yeah.
can be quite calming and therapeutic.
Okay.
And then there's the element of challenge,
Yeah.
pushing the limits
Uh-huh.
of what's possible and seeing how big you can make your creation.
It's almost like a form of self-expression.
Yeah,
A unique way to leave your mark on the world.
exactly.
But let's get back to that world record.
All right, let's do it.
You mentioned it earlier,
Yes.
and now I need all the details.
Okay, so the current record holder
Okay.
is Joel Wall from Florida.
Okay.
And his rubber band ball is absolutely mind-boggling.
Mind-boggling.
It weighs over 9,000 pounds
9,000 pounds.
and stands over 6 feet tall
Wow.
with a circumference of over 20 feet.
That's heavier than a car.
Yeah, it's huge.
How many rubber bands
Right.
did it take
Like, how is that even possible?
to create this behemoth?
Over 700,000?
700,000 rubber bands.
It's insane.
That's a testament to
Yeah.
Wall's dedication and patience.
He spent years
Wow.
meticulously adding rubber bands to the ball.
Years.
And it eventually became so large
Oh, wow.
that he needed a forklift to move it.
A forklift.
Yeah, it's that big.
It's hard to even fathom the sheer scale of this creation.
It's unbelievable.
It's like a monument
Yeah.
to the humble rubber band.
And it's not just a personal achievement.
Oh, really?
Wall's rubber band ball has become a bit of a celebrity in its own right.
Oh, wow.
It's now owned by Ripley's, believe it or not,
Wow.
and travels the world,
Really?
inspiring awe and wonder wherever it goes.
It's incredible to think that something that started as a simple hobby
Right.
could turn into such a phenomenon.
Yeah, it really is.
It speaks to the enduring power
Yeah.
of human creativity
Yeah.
and the endless possibilities that exist,
Right.
even in the most ordinary of objects.
I think what's so fascinating is that even after spending all this time delving into the world of rubber bands,
Yeah,
there's still a sense of mystery
right.
and wonder surrounding them.
I agree.
You know, there are undoubtedly countless other uses, innovations, and stories waiting to be discovered.
That's the beauty of exploration, isn't it?
Yeah,
There's always more to learn,
right.
more connections to make
Yeah.
more surprises to uncover.
Exactly.
And I think that's a great note to end on.
I agree.
The world of rubber bands
Yeah.
is a microcosm of the world itself,
Uh-huh.
full of complexity,
Right.
ingenuity,
Yeah.
and endless potential.
Endless potential.
So the next time you reach for a rubber band,
Okay.
take a moment to appreciate its versatility, its history,
Yeah.
and the intricate science that makes it all possible.
It really is quite fascinating.
And who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe you'll be inspired to start your own rubber band ball,
All right.
even if it doesn't quite reach world record size.
Maybe.
Thanks for joining us on this stretchy and surprising journey into the world of rubber bands.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning,
Keep learning.
and keep those minds stretching.
Absolutely.